All right, we are back for round two of the first inaugural Antietam Creek Conquest for the 2026 year. For the second map, looks like we got KMG leading the HL. Cole leading the HLB. Newberry leading PB. Haas leading, I'm sorry. Yeah, PB as well. VMI being led by Redbeard. And IVB being led by Salty. Have a conglomerate on the bottom one. Okay. On the Union side, we got 19th Indiana is being led by Awesome. Hood Kilroy leading the 1st Regiment of 42nd. Looks like Cornell's. I'm sorry, just had a old man moment. Cornell leading the NYV, 9th Corps being led by Turquoise. NYV also being led by Pilot. I do apologize if I left anybody out. That should be it. Units cannot go live till 43. All right. All right, so we're playing mill here. Generally speaking, CSA will form up behind the mill here, take some positioning in the woods. They will wait for the Union to either commit down the road here. I know it's not a great angle of this. You know what? Let's get a great angle of this. We got time. Got time. All right. So Union generally likes to push through the river, up this road, try to get a positioning here. CSA will typically layer their guys here, sometimes here, sometimes on the other side of the road, across to try to defend against this. Basically, Union's just counting on dropping the Union tickets. I'm sorry, the CSA tickets every time they do a charge. What the Union does here. Looks like they're not going to go for that plan at all. Looks like they're going to go down to the southeast and cross over the river. Maybe go for a wood attack here. A woods approach. All right, I think they've been seen here. We got IVB waiting on them. PB coming over to support. Be interested to see if they just shift back to the mill here. Oh.
Checks when ready, gentlemen. Checks when ready.
Oh no, boys. Checks when ready. Checks when ready.
Looks like 40 seconds getting close to crossing the road here. They're coming up close. Nice volley from the 42nd there. IVB. Opening exchanges across the river here.
First U.S. You're doing a great job over there.
All right, HL. Some U.S. sharpshooters holding down the right-hand side for the CSA. DMI sharpshooting here from the center. Got PB and IVB. Doing some heavy lifting over here.
Shift it right. Let's go, boys. Here goes West.
PB calling for the right. Take a look how it's shaping out here. Union taking the more cautious approach here with the shootout, not just the charging straight up the road as we normally see is played on this map. Issue is going to be if we do this long term, are you going to be able to shoot out enough of them in the time limit?
There is a lot.
In the bush. Smoke in front of us. Yep. High company at targets. Digging. Targets across the river, north. Aim. Steady yourselves. See that big fat flag? Fire. Load.
Yeah, nobody can, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Use the force. Forward, boys. Forward on it.
I actually see the. By that flag, we got a little bit on the right.
We're supporting a cap on point. Here we go. Take it.
Take it. Same targets. Digging.
I don't know. I didn't see many fall there.
Remember. Shoot 'em up, boys. Shoot 'em up. Shoot 'em up.
Yeah, I don't think I can see shit.
Holy shit, my FPS.
Ceasefire. Back low.
Hold fire. Back.
If you have a 50-30 rifle, aim a third. Hit up.
Beautiful. Oh, I forgot. I'm up with HL. I was thinking, who are these guys?
The trees beat Bronski.
good. Silly
You don't
gentleman.
understand?
Yeah, the second
Boys to the south, southwest. One take right or south in that clearing.
South, southwest. The clearance.
Fake news.
South,
In
southwest.
that clearing, look for those little
I
rats.
see a
that's
fuckload of
trampling the grass.
solid south. Solid south.
Yeah, kill these fucking
Go to
commies.
HL. Almost.
How about now?
I'm using me shield. Is that okay?
Hey, they're making their move.
All right, Union's rotating all the way over. Here they come, making their move up the road. Little delay, but they haven't crossed yet.
Fucking shoot 'em, boys.
Rifles free.
I don't think the Union can afford to sit here and hang out, though. CSA is going to get some good shots down on their flank here. Looks like the CSA is getting the better of this engagement against the Union here. Yeah, Union only has 3 companies.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Well, this is awkward.
The Union can't afford a prolonged engagement against CSA. The CSA will spawn 4 for every 3 of the Union. Union retreats back off the bank.
Break loads, let's go.
Press R.
At 34 minutes, Union is about a quarter left on the battle ready status. CSA, 3/4 left on the battle ready status. But yes, the Union cannot afford a shootout. Cannot afford a shootout, a prolonged shootout, because, like I said, they spawn 3 for every 4 of the CSA, so you can't sit there in a prolonged engagement. All right. CSA is backed off the bank here. Union's regrouping, getting their guys back.
Pilot, come here. What's up? Come here. What? Yeah, what's up?
Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. Up. Up. That's a wild shot, not gonna lie. You may want to wait right there, pilot. Oh, you just joined him. All right. All right. So much for that meeting. They're meeting in heaven now. That's where they're meeting.
That's such a good idea.
Union's gonna have to do something here. A prolonged shootout's not gonna work. I mean, you can, if you're the Union, you can come down the road and you can attack here. You can send 2 units here. You may be able to send 1 this direction, try to split them up, try to win a side. Hard to say, man. Because you're already down kind of on tickets here, even though they've pulled it closer together. Appreciate that. I forgot to turn those off. That's okay. Ooh. All right. All right. Moving on over.
I was supposed to switch over back into the jet fleet, but I haven't died yet. They can't kill me.
Yeah, Lumber, just.
Let's see if that meeting got underway. Let's see if that meeting got underway.
We're about to bust this move. We're moving right. You ready? Moving. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Union's moving out here. Looks like they're going to do a split attack here. Sending 19th Indiana off to the north. 42nd NYV heading off to the east-southeast. Looks like they're going to do the backwards of what I talked about here. Maybe it's a diversion. Pulling them up, letting them see them, and then crossing over. Is that what we're... Okay. All right, looks like it's going to be a full team push. Can't sit there. CSA had that well scouted, able to fight that back. 40 seconds heading back up into the woods here. See what's happening over here. Looks like they may be getting ready to cross the river over here. CSA is not in a position to react here. They're all rotating over to help. This works, but they can't sustain an engagement over here. They're forward, calling the cross.
They're coming back. Here they come back.
Never mind. They didn't cross. Okay.
Damn it, pilot, you're too late. You're camping right here, you idiot. Oh my, pilot, please.
All right, they're forwarding now. So all right, 42nd has been pushed back on that side here. Trying to get my bearings here. CSA is focusing on his unit.
We're moving. Let's go.
Oh shit, I'm stuck in the infantry, boys.
I'm the big iron on my hips, son. Come here.
PB, advance. If you aren't capping, make sure you're capping.
Oh, Union was able to get the cap off. Did not even catch that.
The enemy's throwing up buck. The enemy's throwing up buck. Don't wait.
CSA should be able to recap this without too much of an issue here. Who's this group over here? Oh, we got the U.S. sharpshooters over here. They have crossed over the river, getting some pretty nice little shots here. This fight right here falls into the CSA's hands here. All right, CSA falls down to engage at 30-19.
Stay defending. Up here on this line. Shoot into him directly. Stay on this line. Don't go too far forward, Frost.
CSA should be able to get the recap here. And they do, and they'll escape with a nice ticket advantage here. At least a third of a ticket bar here, ahead of the Union. Union is going to need to go ahead and fall off his bank. And they do. CSA is going to do the same, probably regroup back up in the woods, wait for the Union's next maneuvers here to try to get across this river again. All right, while they're regrouping, let's take a look at the entire battlefield here. We've seen some unorthodox play here. We have not seen the Union cross over and get into their tickets here, and we've seen the CSA rotating units left to right, both sides here, and really stifle the Union trying to get any kind of footing on his bank. They did get the cap, but they were not able to hold it. And CSA was able to get out of there with a nice ticket lead still. Big timer is ticking. We just crossed over into the 29 minutes left in the battle.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
I forgot to turn those off. All right, Union is getting ready. Push back across here, but they got to go. CSA is already reacting to them. They see them. They've got to get across this river quickly if they're going to go for that. Shootouts have not worked in the favor of the Union so far. They're going to try to go for the shootout again. Nice volley.
Die in formation, James. That's the name of the game.
IVB is well aware of what's happening here. Nice defense. PB rotating over to give extra support here. Very well done from Newberry in the PB. And HL, Cole and KMG holding off this small little group that are trying to go for the cap again. I would not let them cap again. You better get them off cap. There they go.
sure those aren't friendlies in that tree?
All right, CSA was able to stop the cap, but they are going to have to keep their guys up here close, stop the Union from capping. Do have units rotating over here. The NYV is rotating over. 40 seconds, still staying where they're at, I do believe. This may be more than the HL is able to handle here. They may need some help. And here comes PB right on cue. Dewberry rotating his guys right on over here.
Fucking rocks.
Yeah, that way.
For real, dude. For real.
Whip him out,
We don't
boys.
have a
Whip him
pistol.
out.
I wasn't given a pistol.
Because you're not cool. You're not cool enough. You're not cool enough.
All right, IVB is going to be left out on an island against 42nd on their own. They should be able to hold. They've done well the entire game here. We got IVB, 9th Corps. U.S. Sharpshooter, 19th Indiana. Down here trying to put pressure here on the CSA on this side of the map.
Get those loads.
Saw maybe one flag on the CSA go down. We need more. All right. Union still sitting here shooting it out with the CSA here. CSA with some defensive positions here. Makes it difficult for the Union to lock in. You see the Union dropping here. USS and 19th Indiana faring a little bit better as far as casualties go. PB is taking position behind the mill.
Somebody drop their bottle.
I made Hood angry.
Go check on IVB. A VMI in here with IVB. IVB just gave him a nice, probably a nice volley.
Yeah, there you go.
Allah Akbar.
Dude, now we're the Iberian volunteers. Congratulations, Iberian. Oh, that might have been a friendly.
Hold fire.
Hold.
No, that was enemy.
35-0, boys, Indiana.
Enemy
just got
rotating.
excited. I'm sorry. Fucking bows. 35-0.
All right, 42nd diving back inside here.
On the bank.
They're shifting right.
All right, IVB is going down to the bank here.
Yes, look right.
Too much smoke.
Get up to point, independent fire on the other side of the burn.
All right, PB's moving up. Union's capping points. CSA winning this engagement against the Union. They need more bodies if they're trying to go for the point. Union falls taking losses, 23-13 left in the match. All right. CSA will hold it for now. The CSA has done a nice job rotating this match. Very defensive posture of not allowed the Union to cross the map. I'm not sure Union has tried, but CSA cutting them off at the pass every single time with nice rotations back and forth. This is a non-steam communication event, so these guys are doing it Doing it off a skill here.
Oh, I see the guy by there.
See the other guy by the street?
Oh, I didn't realize you're invisible. That's why. Or they.
Back up, back up, back
I didn't see any flags go down on that one.
Group is back here shooting. Which is why we
Alright,
didn't cap.
I'll do what you normally do. I got it.
Everyone, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Buck.
The good news is for the Union, you're still,
To the right.
man, you're dragging them closer to taking losses at the 20-minute mark. You're still looking good, decent on time. It's not terrible. You can still get them down to breaking and get a point cap and win. So, no hope is lost for the Union yet.
Hold it. Hold it, get on the line.
Discharge your weapons. You can see their silhouettes in the smoke. Shoot them down.
Close the gap. Get your loads later, boys. 3-1 up, show force.
IVB holding their own here. Gets a combined effort of the 42nd. Union is capping point. 42nd backing off here. We're going to go down over here. Union is capping point. 19th has pushed up. I think 42nd was probably hoping that more CSA would rotate out here, but we still got PB. I don't see HL, but I'm assuming they're around here somewhere.
Just killed 3, get fucked.
Lock to the night fight.
Grinchy.
All right, CSA calling for help on the point here. IVB has moved down. Remember, the Union cannot afford a long, drawn-out shootout here. It looks like they should be able to get the cap here, unless IVB moves closer to the point. And IVB is going to move onto the point, but it may be a little too late here. Nope. IVB will stop the Union from capping here. Close engagement. Union about to go down into breaking here, about 18 minutes. CSA about a full morale ahead, give or take. PB battling it out with the 19th, 4th West Virginia. HL also in that mix. Both sides fighting hard over this point here. The Union, as you can see, the war of attrition. The Union just can't spawn back in as many people as the CSA can, and that adds up as time goes on. Union, I think, is going to be repelled again. They may not want to take these ticket losses and back off. And the Union will be repelled and fall back to remuster here. Now, granted, even though the Union got turned back here, DSA is 3/4 away from going into breaking, and then all it takes is a Union cap and a W, and they get the W. So while everything has kind of been going to CSA's way, there's still an opportunity for the Union to win this. Plenty of time still left on the clock. 16:15 left to go in the match.
I'm alive as a flatbird the last 20 minutes.
I like what the Union did there with putting the 42nd out on IVB, allowing the rest of the Union squad to work on the combined elements of PB and HL there. Union is just struggling to hold ground just because they don't have the reinforcements spawning in as quick.
On the line, on the line, on the line, on the line.
Time's a ticking, Union. Time's a ticking, boys.
What you looking at, Pandini?
It's my sweat in my left testicle.
Oh my gosh,
Damn.
it's a mushroom.
I couldn't.
I just want to know how you know your mother smells like finger.
You just standing on the log looking down on me.
Truthfully, we only see leaves. I don't see no logs.
Anybody else
Because
smell
C
mushroom?
company shooting at him. That's why. No, you said only A and B's.
All right, Union, time's ticking down, boys. We're 2.5 minutes past the previous engagement here.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
All right, Union's moving out.
Triple quick in there. Let's go, man.
I appreciate the.
Look at that wave of meat.
It is majestic.
Online. Take aim.
Right oblique, right oblique.
Right.
Got some there.
That sounded a cool spot.
Got some there, but IVB also returned fire here. Union going all the way up to the bank, going for the cap here. Or at least trying to draw them forward, try to get them closer into breaking.
If you're independent firing at nothing, you're wasting your time. Make sure you're hitting
The Union's trying to draw them in closer here, try to wear on those tickets. Union just has to be careful not to go into final push here in a couple minutes. Here comes IVB. Nice shots from the IVB so far. Union's going to be repelled back again here. Nice rotations from the CSA. IVB keeps pinching down the 42nd here.
Prisoners.
Nice job from the IVB and the entire CSA.
I want my log.
More time's ticking off that clock.
I'm covered in blood.
19th, this time, I want you a little bit closer if you can, like, on point if you can, but, like,
Don't want to give away their battle strategy in case 42nd decides to use that in the future. Alright, let's see how they're going to set up here. We'll wait for them to move out again. Got IVB set up to the left. PB here in the center. HL over here to the right. Your big 3 units. Oh, I'm sorry. HL is in the center. PB is off to the right. And then we've got secondary skirmish unit of PB moving out here to the right. You know, if I'm IVB here, I would be...
Oh yeah, there's one right there.
I mean, with a ticket lead here, I would be possibly wanting to move across the creek here and really apply some pressure. Get across this creek here, right, and you can turn straight down at them if they're not going to hold you in check. Do have some IVB skirmishers doing that right now. Alright, Union has moved back up here to the bank. Here comes IVB. Calling them for them to back up, but the rest of the Union has not gotten the memo. They're fighting down here on the bank. If you're the Union, you do not want to go into final push here before they go into taking losses. I'm sorry, they go into breaking. That's 10 minutes left on the clock here. But the Union has to be careful not to go into a final push before the CSA goes into breaking. If you're the Union at this point, you would like to go into final push while they're in breaking and you're going for a cap. That's what you would prefer, so. Looks like as long as nobody's giving away some tickets here. Doesn't look, oh, they just lost 5 tickets right there. And we still got the IVB skirmish unit here. Oh! Gotta be careful with those tickets, boys. About to go. One of them skirmishers can knock them into final push here. Wouldn't that be awesome to see? Yeah, they're right there, sir. You got this. Waist high. Waist high shot right there. Waist high shot. Can you get one? Come on, Moyu. Come on. I didn't see anybody fall. Pyro, come on. Oh, you just gave up 5 tickets, my boy. Yep, Pyro did die, but you can get them. All right, here comes the Union. They're not going to let you. Here they go. This is probably going to be it. Last final full team push here. Up to the bank. HL, IVB. IVB is really far away. They're going to have to hurry here. 42nd's going to go across the river here, try to get into them. IVB will make it. They're going to go into break, and you got to hope. Union trying to take the mill. Final push, 2 minutes on the clock. They got the flag down. That's a good start. Getting those flags down. They have to spawn at main. All right, wait. Copyright music. HL, you gotta look right, boys. IVB, look right. There they come.
to. Join discord.gg/IVB to get better.
Contact, southwest, here they come again.
Reset on point.
All right, here they come. That's probably going to be it.
Here they come, boys. Here they come. Southwest.
TSA's got most of their unit here. It's going to be difficult for the Union. They got to keep the flags up. They've already got one flag went down. They've only got 3.
I just got one matted.
There you go. Pour it on them, boys. Pour it on them. Get them out.
They're coming streaming in here. Looks like the CSA is going to be able to hold here. "15 seconds left on the clock. You got to get on cap to at least try to cause an overtime here. I think that's going to be it.
You suck. You got touched. You got touched. Oh shit. You also got touched.
All right. TSA goes 2-0 tonight on 2 maps. I think what we just witnessed there was the war of attrition. Union just could not spawn in guys fast enough. I mean, they did get the CSA down to breaking. They had an opportunity to cap, but lost a lot of tickets during the map and put themselves pretty far down there, which only gave them one real attempt once they got the CSA into breaking there. Nice rotations by the CSA all night, working in tandem, especially on Grist Mill. Overall, a job well done by both units. Congrats to the CSA on the 2-0 to kick off the year. And we will be back for House Divided campaign, the first one of the year. Tomorrow is just a feeling out match of the teams before they get the campaign going. But nonetheless, we'll still be there to watch it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and check out the YouTube video later on. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.